It's hard not to get homesick. But I gotta keep at it for my family back home.
Since you helped us out with the equipment and all, I was wondering if I could talk to you.
Sure.
It's probably not, but I can't afford to go get it looked at.
Do you need money?
It's not a matter of money. There's more to it than that. Actually, maybe this is wrong. You're a total stranger. Forget I said anything.
That guy behind you, here, have a med pack.
Thanks, I'll try it, but I really should see an actual doctor. It's clear you want to help. Maybe I can trust you. See, I'd like to go to Reliant Medical for treatment, but my father, Nathan, is an executive with Reliant. I came to Sidonia to escape him. Nathan is not a good man. Not to me. And I did something terrible to him, so now he is searching far and wide for me. He has connections with doctors throughout the settled systems. I don't know which ones I can trust, and it won't end well for me if they snitch to him.
Yes, sir. Sir. Maybe, sir.
It's worse than you think. I didn't just run away from him. I knocked him unconscious, then stole his ship while he was out cold. Trust me, it was warranted at the time. After I ditched it above Aquila, I bounced around the settled systems until I landed here. It's the last place I thought he'd find me. But all that changes if I pop up in the Reliant database. He'll know I'm in Sidonia, and he'll never stop looking for me. Last I heard, he no longer cares for my safety. He only wants revenge. I have little doubt he would throw me in jail for as long as possible. Or worse.
Yeah, this is pretty much exactly what I was expecting out of this conversation.
Trevor tells me you're skilled in dealing with people. Maybe you could try to reason with my father, or maybe scare him into backing.
Yeah, guys, 6 feet. 6 feet. She's got a cough.
He has powerful and dangerous friends, so you must be careful. If it works, I'll be free. If not, well, at least he still won't know where to find me. What do you think?
Sure.
It just so happens there's a conference he goes to on Neon around this time of year. He always stays at Hotel Volai. He won't see visitors he doesn't know, but maybe he'll talk if you tell him you're there on my behalf. It's risky, but maybe he'll listen if he knows you mean him no harm. I've got it. Bring him a bottle of his favorite whiskey, Red Harvest Reserve. Say it's... Say it's a peace offering from me. That whiskey is exceedingly rare. I'm sure it will pique his interest enough to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Good luck. You can check with Jack at the Broken Spear for the whiskey. He may have some or know where to get it. And thank you so much for trying to help me.
Just a couple more tours of duty here, and I can retire for good.
I think this is worse, Plutonia. Just me. The freezing thing is whatever and can lead to some really funny moments. This is just ridiculous.
The people of New Homestead need these supplies.
The psychotropic produced in the city of Neon and widely available there is illegal contraband in the United States.
Where's the bar?
And is a clear threat to public safety.
Yeah, this game also came out 6 months ago, not 16 years ago. You know... Oh god, what game is that? Was that Crosscode? There's a game we played a couple of years ago that has a mechanic built into it. That's not it. Where someone tries to... If an NPC is walking on a script and runs into a problem, you know, you or another NPC, they'll run into you for a minute, and then it will recognize that they can't go anywhere.
Supplies to New Homestead. We don't have anything valuable.
And then as soon as it actually manages to push, or rather, fails at moving, they will actually just push through them. I work 7 days a week, Warcraft code. There's no such thing as a weekend. Don't bring any of your nonsense communist garbage in here. Oh, sorry, you're Italian. Fascist garbage in here.
Crap, did I leave the stuff on?
Don't worry, I turned it off before we left.
Where the hell?
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect.
Ha! Here we go, here we go.
Somebody struck
It's my
oil.
personal safe.
Hurst, Woodard. Only difference it makes to me is that Woodard buys the cheap stuff.
You have Red Harvest Reserve?
I am, but you don't look like the type that could afford it.
No, I totally can.
You're asking about it was none other than
I've got
Governor
the-
Hurst.
I've got the price of that whiskey on me right here. 1 bullet.
Didn't even want to drink it. Said he was buying it to put it on display in his office or something. Seems like a waste, but whatever. He paid up.
Persuade check.
Now you got my attention. This ought to be good. It's compelling. You're gonna have... Sorry. No.
Fine. I'll think about it.
Yeah. I didn't think...
Or wrong button. How many credits do I have? I can afford it.
Been serving drinks here for over 40. I do, if you still want to buy.
Here.
Here you go.
Getting it away!
See, it's not even satisfying. In previous games, I could at least kill someone to get a moment of just catharsis before going on with my life. But they're essential. And that's the final reason the essential flag is stupid. I've given objective reasons why the essential flag is stupid, but, like, the fact that it's just... Why?
Oh, hi there.
I'm not sure there is such a thing as an NPC that's not essential flag at this point. Yeah, that's true. Can I kill Atlanta citizen? That's actually a good question. I don't even know. We'll have to try that. So that's the final reason the fuel thing is really stupid. Did you see what just happened there? I couldn't actually reach... I couldn't reach the destination I wanted to do. So I had to do a partial hop manually to a closer place. Then I could go back to my quest log and warp to where I actually wanted to go. Yeah, there's no reason for the fuel system to exist at all. It serves no purpose at all. So welcome to Neon. We're not really here to do anything. We're just going to do this quest and then move on. Yeah, it's jump range, which, once again, does not really have a lot of purpose in existing.
Nesha!
What the hell is this about?
Cut the act. Sniffers picked up the Aurora you're carrying the second you stepped through.
All right, get up slowly and turn around. Try to run, and we open fire. So, what was the plan, Nesha? Smuggle the Aurora into Aquila City or New Atlantis?
No, I just forgot I was carrying it, is all. Honest mistake, right? Come on, can't we just settle this right here? I can pay the usual.
We don't make the rules. That's Administrator Bayo's job. Now, shut up and start walking.
Move it. Let's go.
Oh, great. Now I have a new quest. I shouldn't have even stand to watch that. No, there's, other than individual Metroid games, there's no short games left in the queue at this point. It's all big all the time. So you should be happy.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great.
Welcome to the Hotel Volai. Are you here to rent a room?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that our luxury accommodations are more than reasonably priced.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that all of my guests say. My hotel is completely free from administrative influence, so you can rest assured that you'll be actually getting the best value for your credits.
Do me a favor, Warcraft Code. Please stop calling this game Stellaris. It's vaguely insulting to Stellaris.
Indeed it does. And all it took was a... But that's a... So, can I book you?
Nope, I have a delivery. Red Harvest Reserve Whiskey for Natan Vadia from his daughter.
Oh, how nice. His daughter must be feeling very generous to be sending him something like that. Mr. Ovadia is in his room on the 3rd floor. I'll buzz him and let him know you're on your way.
So go out, have your fun.
Oh, speaking of which, okay, sorry. Nausea and dizziness have finally caught up to me today. So I'm a little bit low on energy and a little bit low on skin today. I do apologize. I'm going to stream until pretty much I can't, is what this is going to go down. I doubt we're going to make it through the entire first shift. Then I'm going to go lay down. So just a heads up. The reason I'm mentioning that is because I want to say thank you to Ann Diddy. Thank you, Ann Diddy. Now, to actually bow for the full donation will take a minute. Which is why I mentioned that. I don't think I'm physically capable of doing that for that long. That's going to make me worse. So please forgive me for not doing the full bow. But thank you very, very much. If you really want me to bow for that long, I'll just... I don't know. I've got a trash can right here. I can make that work.
That's light. We'll be here when you're ready. The Hotel Volai. Sleep.
Or my sister, Goldrum. Yeah, I literally do have a barf bucket right here. That's not actually a joke.
What? Well...
Wow, he's not essential. I'm actually shocked about that. Wow.
Now you're mine.
No, I'll just be here bowing. I'll mute myself because nobody wants to hear that.
Well, let's make this quick. Red Harvest Reserve, huh? I assume this is from my daughter. Well, she knows how to get my attention. So what then? You're working with her? She thinks this will be enough to smooth things over between us?
Leave her alone.
She is free to get treatment. And when she does, I will use my professional network to track her down and bring her to justice. She must learn that there are consequences to her actions. Now, do her a favor and tell me where she is, because if I have to expend the effort to track her down myself, she will regret it. And I will call security on you for your involvement in this deception.
No.
You would...
I have streamed Skyrim twice at this point in my life. But I've never reviewed it. Yeah, he pulled a gun on us. That doesn't even count as murder because he attacked first. Huh. I mean, that's how that used to work, so that makes sense. I mean, that is how that's worked since Morrowind. I provoked him into attacking me. He pulled a gun on me. Self-defense. Favorite Bethesda title? Well, I only know one of them off the top of my head, Reggie. The only one I've reviewed. Oblivion. Having said that, the only Bethesda game I think might even come close to defeating Oblivion is Fallout 3.
What?
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Volai. Your home away from home here.
No to both, Warcraft Code. No plans to, anyways.
I'd stay out of the tunnels. It's harder to see you without proper lighting.
I don't think that Fallout 4 can surpass 3 or Oblivion, for me personally. We'll see. Someday. Fallout 4 is actually not on the list. Yes, that's him, Reggie. He's even my party member. But, the BRPG block will include Morrowind, Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Fallout New Vegas.
On days like
I
these,
just heard news that
hard
my
not to
father
get
was
homesick.
found dead in his
I keep
hotel
at it for
room.
my family back home.
I assume that was your doing? I don't know what to say.
You're welcome.
But at what cost? I hated that man, but I never wished him dead.
He pulled a gun on me.
I guess we will never know if that is true or not. It is both fortunate and unfortunate, but that burden is for me to live with now. I suppose I should thank you, even though it feels wrong to do so. He was my father, and yet I still feel relief. It will always weigh heavy on my soul. I don't know what else to say. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye. Well, that was a waste of time and 15,000 credits. Cool. What else we got? New Vegas. So I was asked what my favorite Bethesda game is, Pillars of Snow. Not my favorite BRPG. Having said that, I don't remember if Outer Worlds or Oblivion scored better. I'd have to check. Go ahead, Hazardous. I also don't have as much familiarity with New Vegas, so that's something to be kept in mind there. I've only really played all the way through New Vegas once, and I did it on stream.
All those sad people out there. Wish I could help them, but if only someone could help me. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad say not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored.
It's just a low-G environment, Evo.
See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you. Anyway, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, why do I have a quest to talk to you?
I like to play with Taye sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, want to help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. Can you help put them up for me?
Sure.
You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy. Here's a bunch of copies of the Space Frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them. Thank you so much!
We haven't touched the MSQ since we got rid of Sarah. What?
If you know anyone in need of food or shelter, send them.
That's actually cute.
The Sanctum Universum will provide.
We're taking supplies to New Homestead. We don't have anything valuable.
Error. Reading procedure 005799BF not found.
The people of New Homestead need these supplies.
Everything good?
It's been a grind, for sure. I've got a few health issues I'm working through, and the worrying isn't helping.
Horace and I may disagree on matters of faith, but we both try to do what we can to help those affected.
Not that I'm aware of, Act, but you never.
Faith in God is what brought us to this stars.
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
What was Outer Worlds score, Laterval? Yeah, Evo, you're the professional artist.
Once considered an effective, even essential element in combating settled systems.
Almost break time. Come on, we can make it.
No, Jedi Survivor is the second one, Warcraft code. Space Frog is really tired. No, we haven't been able to go to Earth yet.
I still can't believe we finally got all those new lines.
Yeah, I'm not a professional artist, but speaking as someone who has nieces, these were not drawn by kids. You could tell by the way they do things like how solid the lines are. There's no hesitance. There's no uncertainty in how they
I haven't got a clue.
drew the hands. Every single line is something that was done by someone who knew exactly where the line was going to be once they started it. It's still well done. It's just, yeah.
Many people think psychology is only good for treating.
Happy Saturday, Walker.
Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free.
Oh yeah, and we're on Mars. I don't know if Mars actually has that much of a low-G environment for us to be able to do things like, you know, this. But here we are. Yeah, no, someone told me. Thank you, Luke. Or I guess it was you. You told me.
Just put the pictures up where you think lots of people are going to see them.
I finished posting.
Hi! Thanks for doing that for me. I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good.
You're welcome.
I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.
12 credits. That's the best quest in the game so far. I'm not joking.
Something very satisfying about blasting about pieces of Mars.
It's getting pretty late. What time is it?
Oh my god, why are all these freaking quests on Mars?
Don't look at me. I haven't got a clue.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Did you just move in?
No, I'm just dropping by because you have a quest.
Oh, yeah? Word gets around, I guess. Well, if you got a way to get off world, then maybe you can help. I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar Force, had a very limited initial run. I really want to collect all the first editions, but it's hard for me to get them shipped all the way out here. I already tracked down Volume 1. Could you go buy it and bring it back here for me? I'll pay you back, of course. Plus, you know, extra for your trouble.
That sounds like having something shipped to you. Just a little more personalized. So Dragon's Dogma 2, Dragon Age 4, and Jedi Survivor. Just to make sure you're aware of this, Dragon Age 4 might not come out, Warcraft Code, joking aside. So, it's kind of a, are you sure, double check. This quest or the poster one, Svatoslav?
You will? Wow, you're the first person to actually agree to do it. Thanks. Well, like I said, I'll make it worth it to you. You won't regret it.
Okay. So what was the suggestion?
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And we're done. Feel free to land.
No, it's the same vibe I'm getting. They really wanted the, like... the Fallout vibe. Let's just call it what it is. They wanted the Fallout vibe. And they were used to the Fallout vibe. They're even good at it. The visual storytelling is actually good, except for the fact that it's wrong. It's Gagarin, right? I remember looking that up at one point. Because the Gagarin system is a place in the extant.
Net construction is a dead industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and Satori Mills are dedicated.
Welcome to Clint's. Whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it lying around somewhere. Except mech parts. Don't trade those anymore, so don't waste your time asking.
Yeah, I'm here for a book.
If you need anything, just follow the sound of falling inventory. You'll find me eventually. Let me just bring that up.
There it is. It's only 100 credits, too. That did sound like Gideon Emery just now. Yeah, no, it's named after Yuri Gagarin, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. Oh, whatever. Thank you very, very much, Ect. Forgive me for not bowing.
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep...
If you know what 3 things you want to put that towards, please let me know.
Peace be with you.
I know I sound like a commercial right now, but I've been to other stores, and they have the best deals in the entire galaxy.
Do you ever get songs stuck in your head? Sometimes I have to make up my own songs just to get rid of them.
Growing up in Sidonia, you gotta be tough.
I just want what's best for my boy.
Wake up.
Oh, did you find the book, Dragon Star Force Volume 1, The Heroes of the Dragon Star?
Yes.
Wow! I can't believe you actually went and got it for me. I really appreciate you helping me out. Here's something for your trouble.
Laserreich, Undertale Yellow, and the PMD block. You got it. Thank you again, Act. Hey, it's something that's not on Mars. Alright, hang on.
Neon has a lot of corruption, but little do they know. Wickedness repels off you like two opposing magnets.
So, some of you may or may not be aware of this already. This game lets you, in fact, encourages you to go explore. It's one of the most common beats that they constantly hit constantly. It's like, yeah, go explore, 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 explore. The more
The scanners won't hurt you.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
the more planets you survey and the more data you do, the slower the game chugs and the longer the load screens. There really are about 1,000 worlds in this game. By about the time at which you have started exploring into the hundreds range, the game starts getting to the multi-minutes per load screen.
Hey there. Got the shakes, huh?
You aren't looking well at all.
Doc Man.
Perhaps you'd better sit down.
Is it that obvious? Yeah, haven't zoned.
Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. All right. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
The doc, he isn't gonna...
I don't use Aurora.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies.
That's unusual for a medical supply company.
I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic.
Okay.
Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volii system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know.
Sure thing.
Trent.
Thank God. I did actually meet it in time. I didn't make it to the bathroom. That's okay. That's why we had the bucket. I'm just glad you didn't have to hear that.
Not to get hurt out there. What can Reliant Medical do for you?
Eye hips.
That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport.
This sounds like the third or fourth, repeatable quest I've seen so far. Bring supplies in. You do the unlock, and then you just bring supplies in for money. I guess I shouldn't complain about that. It's just, it feels like there's a lot of them. I will stop if I have to stop.
There's nothing else to be done about it. These people need my help. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside. Stay away from Aurora.
I've technically been sick for like a week and a half. It's just my only symptom until today has been fatigue. It's funny, is I've actually been taking pretty good care of myself the last week. Even though it's been cutting into my schedule. Yeah, unskippable cutscenes is what it is.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that.
Please don't give me another quest.
Are you here for a procedure?
I'm here for medical supplies.
Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship.
Cool. Can I go, like, kill Bayou and fix this problem with murder? Because that usually works in these games.
Of course. The people of Neon aren't going to heal themselves. You'll find the supplies on your ship. Hurry along before anyone suspects anything.
Okay.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you're...
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship.
Speaking of unskippable cutscenes.
Alright, we're done. Have a good time in Neon.
In case you haven't noticed it, these contraband searches interrupt your fast travel for nothing. Like, they just get in the way. And now I'm going to go back into my quest log and do the exact same thing I just did in order to actually get to where I want to go. I've noticed that. And yeah, No Man's Sky certainly nails the exploration element better than Starfield.
They say Neon's future is so bright, you have to wear shades.
What can Reliant Medical do for you? You aren't looking well at all. Perhaps you'd better sit down.
Shut up.
Great. Thank you for all of your help. You really came through for me here. Things could have been bad if you hadn't come along. Here, take this. You've earned it.
I am in the mood for a
Thanks. Next. But they're kind of nuts, honestly. I don't know. I can't make a coherent argument right now, so all I'll say is negative to gameplay and move on.
Keep moving. The scanners won't hurt you.
Hello.
Here on Neon. Our beds are unique, original.
Why do I have a quest to talk to this guy?
Entire load of alcohol back to New Atlantis?
That's right. You're damn crazy.
This is because I refuse to pay Bayou's ridiculous tariff on my goods, right?
I don't make the rules, lady. Just take your junk, load it back on your ship, and get the hell out of here.
If I don't deliver these goods, I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Not my problem. Better get moving.
Yeah, like, I could think of ways to make the contraband check thing actually work. Especially since we know, because we poked at the shipbuilder yesterday, that there's a specific type of cargo that has obfuscated scanners on it, so you can have contraband in that cargo if you've built your ship that way. So there's at least, like, something there in terms of design. But just making me submit to a cutscene while I'm fast traveling around, and then have to do a fast travel again to go to the exact same place I was already going is just kind of weird. Not to continue to compare this game to No Man's Sky, but in something like No Man's Sky, literally like entering an area while you're flying to your destination could be the kind of thing where like, hey, we're scanning you. And it's like, or hell, let's just go to the example here, Freelancer. In Freelancer, they actually had a contraband mechanic. There would be patrols of NPCs roaming around, usually near space stations, but also just kind of in general. And they would be like, hey, we're scanning you. And there were ways to deal with that. You could try to burn away. You could have some way to obfuscate it. You could just not have contraband on board. And it doesn't actually interrupt the gameplay, is the important part. It's just something that happens while you're flying around doing your shtick. Unless, of course, you do have contraband and they catch you. Then you have an encounter. And there's several ways that encounter can go. That was cool. That's a gameplay mechanic that also happens to add to immersion. This is an interrupting cutscene. You know?
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
You know, the really funny thing is I always feel better after. Oh, I hate this suit, but it's by far the best armor I've found. Apologies. Oh, what am I doing? You.
This area's... Can't you see I'm busy? Nothing to see here. You got a problem?
Word is the Borealis, you know, the DJ? Well, she's moping around because she lost something important.
God damn it, stop giving me quests! And there's like no, like some of these are major questions. This is a freaking faction chain. This is its own chain. And then like, I've got to talk to this asshole and it's like, hi. This is just a go talk to a thing and then come back with a thing quest. Like there's nothing indicating what's a quest chain or what's a quest. What the difference, like we have to just do them to see the difference between a prime opt and a secondary. No, I'm Googling how to do this stupid quest. There's not really a lot of really good walkthroughs for this yet. So the walkthrough says get as close to the door as you can to prompt the NPC to then talk to you. Something you'll notice is not happening. I should also mention this is an evil quest, automatically assuming that you have an interest in smuggling drugs and, you know, other fun stuff. Which is fine, you know, we're going to do all the content because it's a review. Or at least we were going to until the guy won't talk to me through the friggin' door. Yeah, that was my first thought, Dakota. But, there's no other side. There's no... I can go up.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic.
But yeah, there's no other access point.
No. Hey, wait. You were there when those security assholes nabbed me. Please, have a heart. You need to help me.
So you have to interact with the thing that says this is a crime to interact with this in order to start the quest, apparently. What?
Thank you. Oh, God. I gotta admit, I'm freaking out here. I've lost my job. I've lost my creds, and if I don't square things with Yannick Legrand, I'll lose everything else. Everything. Yannick is expecting a package. A really not so legal package. If you deliver it to him, he'll know I'm loyal. Don't worry, Yannick's loaded. He'll take care of you.
I don't want to end up in the cell next to you.
Security won't give you a second look. It'll be fine. So please, just deliver the package. My crate's on Block 02 in Ebside. My authentication code is Alpha 3 Kilo 4. Just tell the manager and she'll key you in. The package is there, everything accounted for. Just take that to Yannick and hopefully this damn nightmare will be over.
Okay.
Cause any trouble and I'll drag you straight to lockup.
Look at you. Beautiful, unique, original.
That does describe me right now, doesn't it?
Sleep crates for rent. It's tight, but it's home.
Yeah, I need Nishar Osmani's sleep crate.
You have the proper authorization code, and I'll let you into any place you like. I might even throw in a thank you. You look like the type that might appreciate it.
Thanks. Alpha 3 Kilo 4.
I got it. And... authentication is all green. Look for C153. Before you go, I'm going out on a limb here and assuming your account's more flush than my usual clientele. I've got some evicted crates set up to go to the dump. Might be full of weak old Kazambas, or it could have the original Miguel Rafael Bailamos. Only one way to find out.
Please don't give me more quests.
You're welcome? That's what you say back, right?
Please don't give me 500 more quests.
My partner and I have talked about...
You know, something I complain about a lot in video game design is padding. Specifically, the incessant desire for games to be longer without actually making them better. And I understand the desire for secondary quests. I do, actually. And they're a good way to flesh out content, give you something more to do. You can do world building in them. You could do characterization in them. You could just have little side stories that didn't really fit anywhere else. There's a lot of things you can do with what I call secondary quests.
Your dad's jumping in from where?
But, you know, it helps if you actually do something with those secondary quests other than nothing.
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for Blend, I just had a new batch come in last night.
No wonder you're stocking up.
No.
Okay, suit yourself. But you have no idea what you're missing.
Good.
Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great.
That took you a long time to say that.
Blend is back in stock? It's going to be a stampede.
Nashar sent me.
Oh, yeah, right. You're with Nesher. I see the family resemblance. You're practically twins. I know he got pinched. So if you are some undercover neon security goon here to shake me down, beat it. Yannick's no one's mark.
He told me to deliver this and that he's loyal.
Oh, really? Huh. Fascinating. So Nesher came through. Might be he's less crappy than I gave him credit. Who am I kidding? He's a bottom feeder. But when all the good fish get gobbled up by corporations, sickly minnows are all that's left. Take the creds. I am known far and wide for my generosity. Ask anyone.
Okay. Can I leave?
And there is more where that came from.
Please, no.
You look like talent. Serious talent.
No.
And no one knows you.
I'm incompetent.
Yes. You are looking at the one and only maker of Yannick's Blend. It's potent. It's good. And has a jackhammer of a kick. The kick is the problem. But you may be a solution. I'm thinking a new, cleaner, smarter operation. With you working for me.
Okay.
Excellent. Yes. Blend needs Aurora, yes? And Aurora is totally illegal outside of the Astro Lounge. And really, really illegal off-world. If the Rangers catch you with Aurora on a ship, oh boy, that's a long time in the clink. And if the great Benjamin Bayou finds out you're selling it on the streets, even bigger trouble. But so far, I have outsmarted them all. And together, we can keep making loads of credits and making a fool of the great man Bayou at the same time.
Okay.
Very, very good. Nesher's worthless to me now. Loyal, yes, but he'll be watched from now on. Useless. And my other employee, Felix Sadler, makes Nesher look like a genius. I think it is time Felix Sadler takes a vacation. Permanent. Off-world. Or maybe he tragically falls into the ocean, I don't care which. But you deal with him, and you become very valuable to Yannick.
Why am I killing this man?
Felix. Felix is a mess. Samples too much of his own wares, understand? He's been getting worse, and a danger to the whole operation. Best if he just goes away.
I mean, By what metric, Colburn? Because as Evo is passively pointing out, these animations and facial capturing all are just bad. Doesn't matter which year they came out in, they're just bad.
This is the start of something beautiful. Felix sacks up in some dingy warehouse in Ebside. You will find him there.
See, that's the problem. Is so far my answer to that would be never, Goldrum.
I guess I've been lucky.
Here for
My
some
parents and
blend?
I have always
Can't
been close.
blame you. Best drink in the settled systems.
I hope he doesn't expect things to just go back to the way.
Yeah, Oblivion was silly and ridiculous, but in a consistent and honestly kind of charming way. Frankly, Oblivion... Someone killed the bot. Someone did kill the bot.
Of course you are. So pop on into LeGrand's Liquors and satisfy your cravings and your curiosity. Because everything you've heard is true. LeGrand's is the only place on Neon or in all of the settled systems where you can get that other place. Who else got it?
Something I've said many times is that there's a difference between...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you.
I can't even walk into a zone without getting more quests.
A gang. Worst gang there is. They'll stab you for kicks, taking bets on how long you squeal before you bleed out. And that's not a hyper whatchamacallit. They seriously did that. Poor Ted.
Hyperbole, by the way. Thanks for the warning.
We gotta look out for each other, right? Us crate rats used to think the Ebside strikers were awful.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing this at my pace.
Well, you'll find them at Madam's... So, what with the disciple?
Okay, so we did in fact just get another quest to go join a gang.
Frank Rennick's all in a twist because his robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
Oh my god, I just got another quest. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay.
My boss says that if I buy enough of our merchandise, she'll give me a promotion.
Thank you for the sub. The end of the line. I'm not feeling well enough to bow right now. I apologize, but thank you very much for your support. I will put that towards dealer's choice. Hi, Ross. Why don't you do me a favor, Ross? Okay. Where's my gun? No, these are thugs.
Screw this!
You were awesome! Did you see yourself?
Those Seoka Syndicate freaks had no chance. Yannick came through. That asshole rescued his boy. Tell him I won't forget. We are tight.
What I was going to say, Ross, is I need you to take whatever weapon implement you have access to and kill me, okay? Just... Why was the Syndicate gunning for you?
Like I have any goddamn idea. But they'll regret messing with Yannick, yeah?
No, I've never played WoW before, Retro Manager. Get off world or die.
What? Yannick's firing me? That's what this is? Off-world? Just pack up and go? No, that can't be right. I mean, Yannick's screwed without me. We had big plans. Big! Tell you what. Screw Yannick. I hope the Syndicate string him up and execute the bastard. And screw you too. Yeah!
Just go so I don't have to kill you.
You expect me to just... I mean, after what you did to all the... All right! Sheesh. I'm leaving. Tell Yannick I'll miss him. Or maybe not.
You want a rant? Because I do actually have a rant for you. I've been chewing on this for a couple of days now. Because... there's something weird about this. And if you zoom the camera out a little bit, if you look at the structure of this game, there's nothing wrong with it. Seriously, let me talk this out for just a second, okay? Give me a second. Let me try to sit up straight. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Oh! Okay. Oh. You go into a new town. Random dialogues give you indications of where to do quests. It's a good thing. There's a lot of quests to do in the town. Some of them are little side things. Some of them are faction starters. Some of them are chains. Some of them give you little bits of details about the world. Some of them give you little insights into the characters. We know that there's a dude who's been doing his own supply of drugs. There's a guy who's trying to smuggle medical supplies because the local administrator is corrupt. There's nothing wrong with anything I just said. So what I've been trying to put my finger on is why I just don't give a damn. Why it is so aggravating to go through and do all these quests. Because usually, when I hit this particular cycle of Bethesda side quests, it's a good thing. I shouldn't say usually, but like, I can think of plenty of Bethesda games, or even just BRPGs in general, where, you know, this is the part of the game I look forward to, is hitting town and doing secondary quests. So what's wrong with me? It's the first question. What's wrong with you? Why is it... Yeah, no, exactly. This is meat, right? This is meat content. Why am I not enjoying it? And I think it boils down to three things, all of which can be summarized by the same sentence. It's the implementation. I know I talk about this all the time, but the specific implementation is what the problem is here. Because, as several people in chat have already pointed out, getting ahead of me a little bit, these quests are massively disjointed. I'm going to point to Oblivion again. I'm sorry if I keep using Oblivion as an example, but I know it best, and I've actually done a modern review of it, so I can speak with authority on that. Oblivion's side quests always felt like a small portion of a larger pie. With very few exceptions, they feel like they're part of a whole, right? There's either mention of characters or mention of concepts or mention of areas or whatever that kind of makes you feel like you're doing a quest for a type of person in a type of place. And I know that's a really weird way to put that, but you know what I mean by that. You don't feel like you're talking to Bob, who has nothing to do with anything. You feel like you're actually getting more of the story by doing it. So the disconnect is the first problem. The second problem is the animations of the people. Now, I know that that's never been Bethesda's strong suit. But every single time one of these cutscenes happens, I've gotten into the habit of looking away from the camera when the dialogue pops up. And just looking over at chat, reading chat while they're talking to me. Because the animations and the facial capture are so bad that I legitimately think they're worse than Oblivion's. And please remember what Oblivion's animations looked like for 5 seconds. So there's a disconnect, and I'm being pushed out of the game. But then we get to the third and final problem, which is the specifics of the actual writing. What I usually refer to in this case as dialogue. Several people have made the joke that this game feels like it was written by ChatGPT, and to be clear, speaking as someone who has analyzed writing and AI writing, this does not feel like it's written by ChatGPT. But I get the insult, because it totally does vibe that way, right? Someone pointed out yesterday, and this is absolutely true, this is dialogue that takes 3 sentences to say the word yes. This is dialogue that doesn't know how to flow in terms of what conversation sounds like. This is dialogue that has no idea how to exposit things. This is dialogue that has no idea how to have linguistics or verbal tics. One of the things that really good writers will do is they will develop voices for characters. Now, obviously, there's a lot of characters in this game, but what you can do is you can develop essentially a voice for a culture group. So people of a specific culture group tend to have a voice, so that affects what kind of word choice they use. It affects their sentence structure. It affects, not even an accent necessarily, but an accent can be part of this when it comes to spoken. But I'm talking about literally just paper, right? Like just words on a paper. Because you can pull a voice from a character even if you can't literally hear them, right? So yeah, there's aspects of dialect like this. Yeah, exactly. So thank you. Great example, Plutonia. In Mass Effect, most Solarians speak like Solarians. They have a Solarian voice. So even if you pull out the headphones and you're just looking at the text on the screen, you can vibe that that is a Solarian because of how they talk. Because work was put into giving them a dialect. That's a great example, Plutonia. Thank you. And none of that is here. Some of the voice actors have been adding a bit of dialect to the characters. Like we got kind of the Western drawl thing, and we got the grizzled old man thing, and we've got the strung out thing, and we got the kid thing, and we got the hyper thing, and we've got the I'm trying to help thing, and all that fun stuff. But I've been paying attention to the text, and I'm an analyst. That's my job. That's my thing. That's my job. That's my jig. That's what I do, and it's what I'm good at. I'm the kind of person, this is bragging, I'm going to admit that can usually tell who's talking to me just by how they're typing. So far, there has been one voice in this entire game, with like extremely few exceptions. And so that's hurting presentation, that's hurting specifics. Because at that point, now if you're paying attention, everyone sounds the same. Nobody's connected to each other. The animations forced me to not even engage in looking at the person talking. And as Warcraft Code points out, the voice direction is awful. And so it all blurs. It all becomes one big gray mass. And that's the problem. It's very unimmersive. It's very blobby. It's very indistinct. And so all of these points combined are what's pushing me out of these side quests to the point where I obviously play it up for a bit for the stream because it is still my job to be entertaining. But to be very clear, if I was playing this by myself with no stream and no nothing, my reaction to some of these things would still literally just be, ugh. Because they're not engaging me to the extent that they should be. And I don't often use the word should when it comes to game design, because I'm a very firm believer that virtually any concept can be made to work if it's done properly. So it's not like you have to have side quests in an RPG, right? But if you're gonna have side quests, they should be good. So here's what's going to happen. Oh, you absolutely do, Ross. Most people do. I don't know how to describe it, though. Like, Ect asks what he sounds like, and it's very distinct. Most people have very distinct speak. So, like, Pika, I can tell immediately from Warcraft code. I can tell immediately from Zeiss, even if the names weren't there. Yeah, Witcher 3. I mean, I keep using Oblivion, but Witcher 3, right? Or, yeah, if he mentions gold, it's nice. Hell, goddamn Mass Effect managed the same concept. Or honestly, Baldur's Gate 3. Although Baldur's Gate 3 is more hit or miss. I'm gonna be honest with you on that. But still. Oh, excuse me. Those are the worst kind of burps. Oh. I'm not gonna say that out loud, but you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So, actually, yeah, DOS 2 has very distinct character voices. I agree with that completely. Good side quest, too, while we're on the subject. Also, most of the good Dragon Quest games. Now, the Dragon Quest games do the species thing I mentioned earlier, like Mass Effect does. But most of the Dragon Quest games do have several distinct voices for different types of people throughout it. And you can pretty much immediately tell the kind of person you're talking about just by talking to them. Yeah, exactly, Act. Exactly. We have gotten a wide variety of voice actors who are all voicing the same character. This is something I talk about a lot. If you've ever seen any of my Star Trek stuff, I talk about how if you divorce yourself from the actor and look at the page, look at the lines on the page, you can see how Archer is just Janeway, for example. Because he is. If you really write out Janeway's lines, like a selection of Janeway's lines, and then a selection of Archer's lines, and if there's no context clues in there that like refers to Voyager or something like that, I bet you money you would look at that and not be able to tell which one's which. Because they're written with the exact same voice. Yeah, sorry, excuse me, you are correct, Ross. Early Archer. Obviously, Season 4 Archer managed to finally actually be a character. But no, exactly, L40. It's just the captain character who can do no wrong. It was I haven't talked about this yet, really, because I haven't recovered Voyager yet. But what it really boils down to is... No, you absolutely do, Eva. What it really boils down to is they were doing a caricature of Picard. They took Picard and they bullet pointed him, and that became the Janeway character, the generic captain character. And that just became a thing. Now, obviously, doing this kind of thing is difficult. I feel like I just talked about this yesterday when Emil made that comment that making a game is difficult. And yes, it is, but here's a random thought. If something is too difficult to do correctly or properly, then don't do it. That's good management, is what that is. If you can't make distinct voices for your characters, or even at least for your areas, then don't. Don't fill the game with these meaningless side quests. Don't bloat the game out with tons and tons of new areas and 1,000 planets. Zoom it in. Focus on the factional quests, which would be easier to do because there's only like 6 of them or whatever. And then the main quest. And do that. If you can't do it properly, then don't do it. Yeah, or bring in competent writers to actually do it, because this is not something that's impossible. I don't know, Pika. I have never reviewed Skyrim. I'm sorry. Damn it. God damn it, Evo. You're fired. So you stop having money to give me. Yeah, what's really, really frustrating for me is I could see this game being good. It's not a small ask. I'm not going to lie to you. But, like, again, the bones of a good game are here, in my opinion. Get some truly talented writers on board. Probably a writing team on board. Something that Dragon Age likes to do, for example, is they will assign specific characters to specific writers on the writing staff to kind of enforce that different voice thing, right? Origins is a good example of that. So bring on the writing team, really focus on developing the characters, developing the side quests, fleshing out the factions, really polish up several aspects of the gameplay, which I'm not going to go down the list of right now. And this could be solid, but like the fact that we're 6 months in and all they've been doing is bug fixes, I shouldn't sound so dismissive. It's a good thing that they're doing bug fixes. But the reason I bring that up is I don't think they're going to do any content fixes. I don't think it's in the cards. I don't think it's even occurred to them to try and fix the content of the game. I think they're only trying to fix the bugs of the game. The response to the criticisms on the Steam reviews is a good example of what I'm talking about. And yeah, and then there's Larian's patches, which are adding new content, which are changing existing content, which are fundamentally restructuring aspects of it to get rid of irritations. Like, for example, one of the complaints I had was how irritating it was to swap party members and to interact with other party members' inventories in that game. Those things have all been patched. The inventory itself has been patched to improve the interface. That's more than just a bug fix patch. That's actually going back and saying, okay, how can we do this aspect of gameplay better, and then fixing it. Not that I want to overpraise. Baldur's Gate 3 has lots of issues. But still, that's being willing to and committing to improving your game. And I get no such vibe from Starfield. They seem to be doing the exact opposite, which is doubling down. Doubling down and being like, yeah, no, this is our game, and this is our... You know what they're doing? They're doing the Mass Effect 3 ending thing. The problem's with you for not liking the Mass Effect 3 ending, right? And they're doubling down on their vision. Yeah, exactly, Pancakes. That's an interesting question, Von Falkenstein. I don't know. It's been a policy for Bethesda for a while to patch in functionality into their games. Going back to Morrowind, actually. But I don't know if we're going to get anything like that this time around. And Lord knows, I'm not even sure if that's been true more recently. Thank you, Evo, very much. Please stop giving me money, please. I will give you money back if you don't stop giving me money. I'll put that towards Wrath of the Righteous, Planescape Torment, and the BRPG block. Thank you. So let's talk about the review. You better, Svatoslav. Let's talk about the review. So... No. We're not going to end the review early. But I'm staring at PFR. Exclamation mark PFR, if you're not familiar with it. Yeah, Colgrim is already ahead of me here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do something unprecedented, especially for a BRPG. We're going to start skipping quests. We're going to shotgun a lot of negatives for the fact that I am choosing to do that. For everything I just spent like 20 minutes explaining. So we're going to... this is a lot of negatives. The mere fact that a game is doing that many things wrong and all of them are affecting each other and it's essentially pushing me out of the game, that's awful. So, secondary quests negatives, dialogue negatives, writing negatives. Yeah, sure, Zeiss. There's actually a couple of side quests I still plan to do, but yeah, what's up? The colony ship quest. Question mark? I'm surprised I don't have it here already. Okay. Okay. I mean, if it's a major chain, then yeah, we'll do that. Again, the point is to skip secondary crap. Like, we're going to do this quest right here, because this is the UC quest chain, right? Or possibly the Crimson chain. And we're going to do these quests. This is MSQ. This is the Freestar Rangers chain, so we'll do that. This is Ryujin Industries. We'll probably do that. We'll skip this. We will do this, obviously. And we will do this. So I'm going to go talk to Yannick really quick, just to get that done. And get whatever reward he wants to give me for it.
Okay, now I've seen everything.
That's a weird statement, Andity, and forgive me for sounding negative. Not towards you. But if the designers of a BRPG, or, you know, frankly, any RPG, are designing the game so you're not supposed to focus on side quests, they're probably doing something wrong. Doing the side quests before the main quest is the norm. Like, that's not coming from me, right? I'm sure many of you in chat know exactly what I mean. You get the main hook, it's like, okay, cool, you're out of the tutorial, and then you go do everything else. Now, most people are probably not as organized about that as I am, because I like to do secondaries, then primaries, then main story quest in that order, but like that's normal. My brother-in-law, for example, his favorite method is he'll do it per section. So he'll do a town or an area or a region or a planet or whatever, and then sweep that, and then he'll move on to the next area and do that. And then this is true in Mass Effect, this is true in KOTOR, this is true in frickin' Witcher 3. You know what I mean, right? It's norm. It's normal. And I wonder, once again... Yeah, I'm kidding. Ori 2 did get this right. Yeah, Mass Effect 2 is kind of crap without the meat content of that game, which is the side stuff. It makes me sad that a lot of people put a lot of effort over a lot of years to make this game. That's pitiable.
Yeah. You look like you could use a drink. Hell, we all could. You deal with Felix yet? I'm sure it was a great pleasure.
He's dealt with.
You get results. Like me. Well, hopefully not too much like me, right? So, now, new business plan. Where I am the boss and you're my capable and well-rewarded underling, yeah? Yannick's blend is running low. Soon there will be angry customer, and that's bad for business. What we need is Aurora. And there's only one place to get that. Xenofresh Fisheries. Nasher worked there and had a secret contact. Even secret from me, his good friend, who supplied the Aurora.
Okay.
Maybe. No longer important. So, it is time for you to become a productive member of society and get a job at Xenofresh. And here are some superb and very legitimate credentials. And your new name is Riley Chernyshevsky. Ah, nice to meet you, Riley. So you apply there to work in production. Oh, you know how to make amp, yes? Simple recipe. They expect applicants to know basic chemistry.
Sure.
Oh, you can try, but I have a research station. Use it. Learn it. Then you are good. So you need to put on your best suit, Riley, and make a good impression. Neshar's contact should be looking for someone like you. So find them. Then we line up more Aurora and profits will flow.
Quest complete. Moving on. And yeah, I like how his whole big shtick is he sells booze with a narcotic in it. That's it. That's all he does.
Just do a solid favor.
Okay. And yeah, I absolutely believe that there are people who made this game who this was a passion project for them. I believe that with 100% certainty. I hate to keep going into this, but I can prove that. Here, watch this. Check this out. Check this out. Everything about this screen right here, to be blunt. Please think about how much time and effort just this one wall took. Really process that, because ignoring all the obvious effort in texturing and meshing and modeling and designing the interactables and designing the collision models and all the stuff that's just on the technical side of things, this had to be designed. People had to sit down and study things and sketch things and actually decide what that text up there says, FD, K3C, Nova Galactic, in order to showcase that that's the type of thing. Like, the amount of detail on just here, right here, someone had to sit down and design everything you're seeing here. And in a way that actually makes sense. Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me if they actually brought on a NASA consultant and said, here, I guarantee you that these habitat modules, and we were showing those off earlier on the crab ship, took hundreds upon hundreds of hours. Do not allow bus 2 batteries, house batteries, to deplete during flight. All isolation circuits must be opened before Delta cooldown, and all maintenance links performed. These are real concepts that are actually being mentioned here in ways that actually make sense. And that's even a frickin' Nova Helios Series 5 PMU. Power Management Unit, which is a real thing. So again, design, research, and then the execution of actually building this stuff was here. Now I know I'm hammering on about a visual thing, But my point is, this is a crazy amount of work and effort, and it shows. And then you see New Atlantis. And I've already spent like an hour talking about New Atlantis. I'm not going to repeat myself there. Like, someone had to sit down and design a shelf and put stuff in the shelf in ways that make sense, in ways that indicates some kind of personality and showcases the kind of thing that you could actually see in a real shelf. Like, now, here's the really... Yeah, exactly. There's even the freaking rubber bands there. They're actually, what are these called? Thingers. Yeah, several people have already made this comparison. I am reminded... Oh, wow. There's no reflection. I'm reminded rather strongly of... oh, that's a mirror. That's not a mirror, my bad. I'm reminded very strongly of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. A game that, if you remember, had a really, really, really high fidelity and quality of graphics, and it's also the worst game ever made in the history of the ever. So... it's just... sad. Now, let's not even get into how much optimization problem is here. It's a non-insubstantial amount. Okay. Okay. Let's do something I've been holding off on. I was saving this as like a treat. Because surely this is worthwhile. Surely this is good. Elder Scrolls 6 will be all of Tamriel. And you can walk from one end of the continent to the other.
To the SSNN building, listening to all the reports. Now, I just watch the news unfold. Live.
Sure, let's see how Elder Scrolls 6 is going to go. Elder Scrolls 6 will actually come out. Holy crap. I mean, I've played games where the main quest is generated or procedural. I'm not a big fan of those. Dragon Age 4 will also come out. Holy crap. You know, it's sad when I'm praising a game like Elden Ring over this. But Elden Ring at least knew not to have stamina matter for running when you were out of combat.
Keep it moving.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
Yes, that's Tim Russ and not a visitor. So everything's better than all right. I'm actually working for Constellation now.
Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Stupid question. If you're going to bring in Nana Visitor and Tim Russ, why don't you model your characters after the actors that they are voicing? That's actually really common, by the way. It's normal to model a character after the actor that's portraying them. So Yeah, the problem is they're modded after the PC. Like in Fallout 3 actually pulled that same trick too. And it's like, I would have rather she looked like Donna Visitor and he looked like Tim Russ. Stop, Mom. You're making me blush.
Hey, if I don't get to sing your praises as much as I like, no one can. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
No, I'm at Fallout 3, although you're right, I forgot that Fallout 4 pulls that same trick. In Fallout 3, you notice that you don't actually see your mother until you finish character creation. And then she is adjusted based off of a combination of your father, who's always static, and then whatever you decide.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
It's most obvious if you pick like a really, really dark-skinned character, and it'll adjust her to accommodate. We have a Galacat. We have a Galacat. I mean, I suppose I wouldn't be complaining about how they looked, 040, if they didn't look so terrible. Patched up your old high school backpack. Good as new. There's so many pockets in there. One of them had an old apple, and, well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown, but the backpack has the best storage in the market. Maybe you could use it with Argos? Love, Mom. It does have extra capacity attached.
You zig, I zig. You zag, I zag. I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail.
Regina, the president of...
Oh, I know all about her.
Well, she's making me redo the whole report from scratch because she gave me the wrong information.
You worked on that for days.
I know. I swear next election, I'm stepping down. I can't stand her.
Are we looking for solutions or sympathy?
What? Oh, what's this about?
Fred from the poker group said 90% of all marital strife would go away if you just know whether you need to offer help or a friendly ear.
Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy.
Then that Regina is a monster. There ought to be a law.
Damn straight.
Where's the tissue paper?
You don't know where that is?
I knew where it was. Top shelf of the pantry. But it's not there anymore.
No, I moved them to the bottom shelf ages ago.
How do you expect me to know where anything is if you keep moving them all the time?
You should pay attention. Flamenco.
What? Who?
Flamenco. Or we could do salsa.
I told you, my left feet have left feet.
The activity will do you good.
But dancing? I mean, couldn't we, I don't know, do...
Oh, yes. Anything.
All right. Dancing it is. But something beginner-friendly. Like fit for a toddler.
Feel free to grab anything you need. I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
No.
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa.
Oh my God.
So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
Thanks, Mom.
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
You ever consider moving someplace cheaper? New Atlantis is pretty pricey.
Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life.
Yeah, also, I've looked at like every other city in this game and they all suck, so yeah, I'd rather you live here. So what are you up to, Mom?
Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though.
Any gossip?
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious. You've been loafing around the house all day.
I've been reading. It's good stuff. It's about...
You should get some exercise.
I've spent my whole life in a book. I'm fine.
And how has that worked out?
Ouch. Touché.
We are going for a walk later.
I figured it would be years until I saw you again. And here you are. I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic, almost. How is it for real? You liking it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty legit. I hope I'm actually worth enough, you know, because I don't feel like I belong there.
Don't you worry yourself about that. All your life, you've been just this mess of potential waiting for a chance. Your number's finally been called, and the settled systems had better be ready for you. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake.
Congrats, Dad. The university was lucky to have you.
I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go?
Yeah, the light...
I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
Yeah, so why is the light just blinding off of your shirt? Also, we could just stop sending money back home. What? That's so horrible. Oh my god. We can only afford this place with the money you're sending back home. Yeah, I'm going to stop sending you money.
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the classroom. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind.
You guys need anything?
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
So, any plans?
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out.
See you around, Dad.
Take care, kiddo.
You know, honestly, this is kind of legit. It's just a nice little quiet thing on the side, but it works, right? And honestly, it's kind of nice seeing honestly supportive parents in a video game, which it's kind of weird that I have to say that because of how freaking rare that is. Like, that is abnormal, to be blunt. Yeah, the execution is decent. They brought in some good actors. They picked well for that. I will once again point out that their dialogue is written with the same voice, because of course it was, because the writing team hasn't changed, but I will give credit to the actors for putting some actual life into the dialogue.
Contacted me again?
Ugh.
They still want you to consult, don't they?
They are not used to anyone saying no.
Do you regret it?
Not one bit. When I go to sleep, I got a clean conscience. Working for them, it would be hard to look myself in the mirror. You are still all right with that? I mean, signing bonus alone.
I love you all the more for it.
Dude, that's a valid point, Play It Too Fall. That is a valid point. Yeah, that was nice. Pluses. Well, plus. But still. Plus. So like I said, that was a little treat I was saving for myself. I was going to finish up, like, the side quests roundabout, and I guess technically we have. Because we decided to walk away from that. Okay, so we've got... we're already pretty far into this chain. The Crimsons. Let's go continue that. Let's do that.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice? You're dead!
It's a good question, PM Triox. I don't know. Oh, why is... Oh, okay. We're starting to get outpaced in our ship. We should probably switch back to the Mantis ship. I'm gonna discontinue jousting here.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rigg is dead. Ragana survived.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple.
Lady.
Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Yeah.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Hey, Star Wars. Good morning, Spartan. Grab is how you jump. Damn it, I don't remember what the damn thing is. I'm so sorry, Spartan. I hope you had fun, though. Screw it, we're just gonna go here. But it decreases the amount of time it takes for you to jump, which, near as I can tell, is completely pointless. So I honestly don't know why you would ever put points or energy into your grav drive. Like, I guess unless you're literally running, but even then, it only takes seconds.
The sheer scale of the city is astounding. Of course, for someone of your stature, I'm sure it feels quite cramped.
I am extremely not alright, but thank you for asking, Star Wars. I'm keeping the high school backpack. Rascals. Oh my god. Why what, Magister? I never did give the guy the alcohol. That's funny. I have vomited twice during this stream, is the simplest way to answer your question. Wow, beryllium only sells for 1 per unit. That's awful. Well, I guess our beryllium mine isn't going to be getting our riches going. That's all right.
Anything You should inspect your Sure thing. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, the sickness hitting most of my family finally caught up to me. So, now that I know a little bit more about how to use the shipbuilder, let's get rid of this missile launcher. Get rid of this cannon. Get rid of this pulse laser. Get rid of all this crap. And all this crap. Let's grab... So I want a couple of things, actually. So where's my shield generator? There it is. Right there. Now that is a... could someone write these numbers down, please? 3, 310, 10%. Thank you. Looks like that might be the best shield we have access to at the moment. And that's probably worth the investment. Is there seriously no node I could attach the shield generator to? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Put it right here. Yes, we took off all our guns. We apparently have too much mass? But I removed mass. Quite a bit, actually. Well, what's our reactor? 330T reactor. Still too much mass. That's... what? So upgrading the reactor, removing a extra mod thing, and 4 guns means that we have too much mass. Doesn't even tell me by how much. It just says we have too much mass. No, it's the reactor. The reactor. And I just put on, like, the best reactor I have access to. And we're still overmassed. This is also going to cost us 30,000 credits for a ship that isn't legal. And has no guns. Okay. I really wish it would tell me what our actual mass cap is. That would be helpful information. All right. There it is. We don't even have any cargo on this thing, do we? That's the other thing that really pushes mass. What? Oh. Please go and get yourself a sub. I'll refund you the 10 if you go get the sub. Oh my god, you're right, Meat Fist. Alright, hang on. Well, there's only one way to ensure that I don't give you that money back, then, isn't there? So apparently the guns have almost no mass at all. Yeah, the MGX. Okay. Hold up. How am I overweight? How is that physically possible for me to be overweight? All I did was remove items and upgrade the reactor, which increases the weight capacity. No, I didn't remove the car. I don't think I even have a cargo hold on this ship. Like, this is actually a pretty light ship, all things considered. Okay, now it says we're over mass, but like, we're not, which is weird. That's just confusing. I don't know what that means, Melkaiser. Well, it's possible. Maybe we have an incompatible reactor. I kind of doubt it, but you never know. Okay, well, that appeared to help. For whatever reason. Thank you very much, Caspian. Always appreciate. I'll put that for Diablo 4, Saga, and Mario, and Luigi block. Ping to you, flag end. Hope you're doing well today. There we go. And thank you for being part of the show, Dakota. I'll put that towards Xenosaga, Neo, and Max Payne 3. See, this is an upgrade. Gets us better ship, better engine, and better weapons. But that also costs us 40 freaking thousand credits. Most of that's just tied up in the new reactor. I'm not sure that's worth it, but we, like I said, we are starting to fall behind. Let's skip out of this. Don't do that. So let's go ahead and swap to this ship. And it's just cosmetic on Falkenstein. There's a lot of those. Like this thing, see? This doesn't do anything. It just adds mass and makes it look cooler. So, boop. Just get rid of that to reduce our mass and get some money back. Hey.
You unlock your car?
Unlock button. Lower left. Tap it twice. That's 60,000, but it gets us a lot of particle weapons. I don't even know if we have the power for all that nonsense. Yeah, mass is fine. What's the error? Chip is using too much power for weapons. Aw. How about that? Still too many. Come on. It's only 5. Alright, we'll go back to 3. Ugh. I should be able to add 1 more. Sure.
You now have keys again.
Thank you. Well, now we have 4. Looks like we can have 4 of these things. And that's it. We'll do that. Let's at least be symmetrical about it. There we go. There's actually music playing this time, too. I think it was a bug last time. I'm curious of something. I'm almost positive we can only have 1 reactor at a time. But let's test, shall we? Yep, only 1 reactor allowed. Pity. Okay. And that's a lot of money, but quad pulse lasers, the best I could currently have access to, is probably worthwhile. That's a almost top of the line shield. Let's see if we can get a better shield. If not, that's fine. We want... Oh, God, what do we want? Shield. This thing, I think. Nope, that's a B. Yep, overmass, as expected. That's fine. Enjoy the drops, Patty C. Snow. Yeah, let's do it. Let's commit. I think that's the limit for the day, or at least for the shift. If I feel up to it, I'll restart stream later.